I am back from another coin show, and I have another bag here of coins that I picked up, four for $1. Let's spread them out on the table and take a look at what we have. Now, there are some coins in flips here that were part of his four for $1 collection. I had seen this particular dealer at this show before, but in the previous visit, he just had individually priced coins and did not have a bargain bin where every coin was 25 cents. So I was glad to see this from him. It was actually two different bins. There was just one bin with loose coins and another bin that had coins and flips. And so some of them even have prices on them, but I double checked. They really are all a quarter. And for some reason, he had a lot of coins from Romania. And from the show, I picked up a small stack from Ecuador as well. And so let's get into it. We're going to start with, all my Romanian coins are in the top left here. We're going to start with two different coins that at first are going to look about the same. Both of these are from Romania. They're both going to have a value of 3 lei, and that by itself is kind of unusual to see a coin with a value of 3 and it not be part of the old British 3-pence, 6-pence system. But we turn it around and we find out that these are a little bit different. The one on the right says 1963, and if you look around the description of it, it says Republica Populara Romania, so I guess it's Popular Republic. On the left, in 1966, so 3 years later, it says Republica Socialista Romania. So they went from a socialist, or they went from a popularist republic to a socialist republic for both of these coins. So otherwise, I think they're the same, but of course that does make them different coins. And so these are the one from 63 is KM91, and the one from 66 is KM96, as we see kind of the industry being shown on these. Next up, let's find I also like how this dealer on some of his coins, and I bought some more expensive coins from him that's going to appear in a different video. I just wanted this one to be the coins that were four for $1. But I like how he labeled some of his coins. And so these are things that I would personally handwrite on flips, except he went to even more detail. Sometimes he would even put the number that the mint produced on here. So this one, as we can see, it is Romania 50 Bani, 1955, KM86. He calls this very fine, 11.7. And added blacksmith at anvil. So originally he wanted to charge $2 for this, but I guess he had no takers, and he had a lot of Romanian coins. But we turn this one over. We've got another. This one is from 1955, so when it was still pre-socialist. All right, the next one had what I consider a strange color to it. It kind of looks like a copper coin. It got some red corrosion or toning to it. Although the book says it's made out of nickel brass. This was one that he didn't label, so I went ahead and labeled it. So Romania 5 lei, 1930, KM48. And you can see Romania written on that side. It has the King Mihal I on this one. So this one's certainly different than all of the other Romanian coins that we had been looking at here. There's what has 5 lei on it. Finally, we're getting enough light that side shows up pretty good. But for this coin to be nickel brass and for it to almost turn red like this, not quite sure what's going on with that. So that does seem a little bit strange. One more Romanian coin. This one is a lot newer. Has a date of, let's say, 1000 lei coin. Has the date right here. And this coin feels like it's made out of aluminum. Has the date of apparently when Constantine ruled, 1688 to 1714. Constantine Brankovino. Here's where it has 1,000 lei. Romania from 2003. So a lot of the Romanian coins from early 2000 do have a lot of commemorative features for their circulating coins. Now we're going to move to Ecuador. And let's see which one I pick up first. This is going to be a 1 Sucre coin. So Sucre is their peso. A lot of their coins from this time does have this, forget who that is on there, but they're Liberator. And from 1937, and I think I already had this coin, but I thought this one was in a rather nice shape for being 85 years old. So in case I didn't have it, they did make subtle changes to their coins over the years. So by going from memory, it'd be hard to remember which of the coins from Ecuador and did not have. But next up, let's pull up this one instead. I think the next three are from the same series. This one is going to be a 10 Sucres coin from 1988. There's a variation of this one to make it KM 92.1 with the small letters and arms variety. And so they're talking about the letters where it says Sucres, well, either the Sucres or the name right here, but also the arms. So it's showing off some of the Ecuador heritage. I think this side's going to be the same on these next three coins. That's where it's 1988. And then next up, let's move to the 20. This one's going to be KM 94. And it has some kind of pillar on it, or monument of some kind. That one's from 1991. And then the last one in the flip here from Ecuador is going to be the 50. Change my lamp there. Hope I can get some light on it. Is that some kind of mask? Yeah, it looks like a mask with some sort of rays coming off of it. So that is the 50 Sucres, also from 1991. So those were all the last three were all from a similar set. Next up, we have a coin with King George VI on it. King and Emperor of India, but this coin is not from India. It is instead from Ceylon. This is a 25 cents coin from 1943. I have this as KM 115, and the first coin that they made of the 25 cents that did not contain silver. And that coin apparently has a book price of $2. It has also an interesting reading to it. Reminds me of some India reading on the side. Speaking of India, next up we have this half rupee coin from 1946. Like the look of this, it looks like it might have silver in it, but it does not. This was soon after they stopped putting silver in their half rupees, but again we have George VI, King and Emperor of India at the time. That one is KM 553. Next up we have a smaller aluminum coin from Indonesia. From 1951, it's the 5 cent. It's one of these that does have a hole in the middle of it. And on this side, I cannot even tell you which side is up on this one. So some of these Arabic symbols that I'm just not able to read on here. That one's going to be KM5, so it's one of the earlier Indonesian coins. Next up, we have, this one is going to be from Libya. Showing the ruler on this side. Flip it over. The backward 7 is a 2. The bottom in English, it says 2 piastres. The date in the middle starts with 19, ends in a 2. The number that looks like a almost like a raindrop shape is a 5. So this is 1952. On this 2 piastres coin, KM number 5. Next up, Luxembourg. That's what we're going to call Luxembourg. This is a 50 francs coin from 1990. A lot of their coins are pretty easy to find, but I don't think I'd ever found this denomination before. So, Jean, Grand Duke of Luxembourg. Interesting how it said Luxembourg on that side, but Luxembourg on this side. So KM66, that has a book value of $1.75. Back to a coin and a flip. This one is a aluminum coin that we see the 1 and the 5 a whole lot, but the 2 lira didn't last for very long. This is 1950. I guess that's a grain of wheat. 1950. And a man working in the field. KM88. And since this is kind of a rare coin, that one also has a book value of $1.75. There's some really nice coins in here. Next up, we have, for at least for what you would see in a quarter bin. Next up, we have another coin from Lebanon. This one is 5 piastres from 1954, KM18. And again, we have the 5 that looks like a raindrop there at the middle, at the top. Of course, it says 5 piastres where we can read it at the bottom. Flip this one over, and that's how we can tell it's from Lebanon. And that one has a date of 1954. And therefore, looks like a backwards 3. But a lot of the coins from Lebanon have the large cedar tree on that side. Next up, we have another coin from Italy. I had this coin, but this one was in, I thought, nicer shape than what you normally see. 1922, 5 centesimi. Victor Emmanuel III was the, I guess, the emperor at the time. Shows his likeness on this side. They're calling that very fine, KM59. And we have more wheat. That side's definitely in really good shape. Next up is a coin from Australia. I was almost certain I had this coin, but I thought this one was in nice uncirculated condition. From 2001, we've got the modern portrait of Queen Elizabeth with the 10-cent coin. And I just thought that one looked really nice, and I wanted to get another one, even though I already had it. Last coin in a flip is going to be from the Republic of Moldova. There's a European country that doesn't show up all that often. And that's going to be 25, I guess that's pronounced Bonnie from 2008, KM3. Bonnie, Banny, something like that. And we've got one more from India. This one is going to be a similar symbol with the 3 lion heads on it that we see on a lot of the coins from 2008. This one is going to be a 5 rupees coin, and it's kind of a simple design on this side, just over several waves. And I am told this is from the Bombay Mint, and this one is KM330. All right, so as I looked up the book value of all these, I only paid $5 for everything you saw here in the 4 for $1 lot. And since I like just to keep a running tally of the book value, all these added up to $22.70. Now, whether or not it's actually worth that, that's kind of debatable, but I thought there were some pretty good things to pick up here. The 50 Sucrates from Ecuador was actually the one with the most value. That one had a book value of $3. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.